rust on panels, Deoxidine, that's the answer. That's the answer I give to everybody, but today I'm just going to show you how that works. So Deoxidine is a phosphoric acid based treatment, and there's quite a few made. The one I use is made by Henkel and it's called Bondurite, and I've just found that to be really good, and it's the one that PPG recommend, and I use all PPG products. So I'll go through that process with you and just show you how it works. It's interesting that the product is mixed 3:1 with water, which seems really weird when you're doing rust. So mix it up. I've got a little bottle here that I keep it in with a lid on it. That way I can mix it up 3:1 and then have it sitting around when I need it. And I'm going to put it on with some Scotch-Brite. So I'll whack my gloves on and we'll get started. Okay, so Bondurite, Deoxidine. Get the data sheet, you can download it off Google. I mix it 3:1 as they recommend, and then I'm going to put it on with some Scotch-Brite. And then I've got 3 rags here. 1 wet rag, 1 dry, or 2 dry, and then we'll whack it on. So I'll show you how that works. 2 guards here. This one was treated with Deoxidine probably 3 months ago. This one obviously missed out, and you can see the amount of rust on here. So that's what's happened by just sitting in the workshop and not being protected. So the difference being one to the other. So this really is a fairly simple process, and you can see straight away. Okay, you can see straight away how that's bringing off the brown, and it's just the acid doing its work. Now I find using Scotch-Brite is better than a rag because it just helps to activate it a bit. So I'll just do the top section here. So let's put it on. We'll grab one of these dry rags and take the bulk of that back off. Straight away you can see there just how nice and shiny that is now. So you got to do the water straight away. So I'm now using a wet rag, and I've even done, when I'm doing a full panel, if I've got some, I'll actually hose it off. So that's just going to remove all that acid. And then we grab our other dry rag. And voila, look at that. Now the last thing I'd recommend is when you've got the stuff laying around the workshop, just get a calico drop sheet that the painter, like a normal house painter uses, cover it up, that'll let it breathe, but at the same token it'll keep the humidity and the moisture off the panel, and that'll reduce the amount of rust you get and just how long that process will last. So depending on where you live, whether you live by the sea, by a lake, or out in the desert, will determine how long that's going to last. But I find here, in a fairly well sealed up workshop, we're only probably 3 k's from the lake. That'll last 3 to 6 months pretty well. But if you're out when I used to live in Broken Hill, that'd last a whole year.